As King Charles III and Queen Camilla prepare for a state visit to the U.S. in late April, we are looking back at other royal visits to Washington, D.C. over the years. King George VI became the first reigning monarch to visit Washington in June of 1939, just months before the start of World War II. The King and Queen met with President Franklin Delano Roosevelt and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. They took a trip down the Potomac River to George Washington's Mount Vernon estate and dined together during a state dinner. But it was King George's daughter, Elizabeth, whose 70-year rule as monarch would bring her to Washington on 4 official state visits. The first was in 1957 when she was hosted by President Dwight D. Eisenhower and First Lady Mamie Eisenhower. The Queen and Duke of Edinburgh laid a wreath at Arlington National Cemetery, visited the U.S. Capitol, and enjoyed a state dinner at the White House. Queen Elizabeth returned again in 1976 to celebrate the bicentennial of the United States along with President Gerald Ford and First Lady Betty Ford. During her 1991 state visit to Washington, when she was hosted by President George H.W. Bush and First Lady Barbara Bush, Queen Elizabeth became the first reigning monarch to address a joint meeting of Congress. Her speech celebrated the relationship between the UK and the US. The Queen's final state visit occurred in 2007, when she was hosted by U.S. President George W. Bush and First Lady Laura Bush. While Charles and Camilla have visited Washington several times before, this will be his first state visit as king. Their trip coincides with America's 250th anniversary. It's semi-quincentennial.